Hello and welcome to this Astro Mindfulness exercise. This is for the Decan of Pisces II, a decan which is ruled by Jupiter and the Moon. And Pisces itself is ruled by Jupiter and Venus as the exaltation ruler. So whether you have placements in Pisces II, or especially your sun, moon or rising, or whether you have a significant transit here, or it's a time of a new or full moon, this Astro Mindfulness exercise may be helpful for you in gaining more insight as to what you need to know at this time. I invite you now to make yourself comfortable. You might decide to sit, lie down, and some people even decide to walk while they do their mindfulness exercises. You may wish to close your eyes or just rest your gaze gently downwards, obviously not if you're walking. Ease yourself into the stillness of the present moment. Bring your attention to your breathing. And can you focus on the journey that the air takes as it enters your body, travels through your body? Do you pause between each inhale and exhale? And maybe there's a place where you notice the intensity of the feeling of the air more than any other place in your body. Maybe it's at the end of your nose where the air is entering, at the back of your nose or your throat as the air begins its journey. Maybe it's further down your throat, into your chest, your heart center. When it enters your lungs, maybe you breathe further down into your diaphragm and feel your stomach gently rise and fall. Wherever this place is for you, bring your attention now to this place and breathe. Noticing the sensations as the air enters and leaves your body. In mindfulness, we call this place your mindful anchor. It's always with you. You don't have to remember to take it with you. And at any point in your day, you can take a moment just to breathe into your mindful anchor. And the more you practice doing this, the more your body will know immediately what to do and will take you back to a calmer place, to a place where your whole body is more relaxed and your mind is relaxed and calm and peaceful. So any moment of tension, just take 1, 3, 5, however many breaths you've got time for, into your mindful anchor. And keep practicing doing this. And if thoughts that you hadn't intended to join you, allow them to do so, but also allow them to gently pass like passing clouds. You don't need to entertain them. You don't need to add a story to them. Just know that this is what thoughts do. But they're not part of this exercise. So we just acknowledge them, and then we return back to the breath and back to your mindful anchor, and know that you're practicing mindfulness every time you do that. As you breathe out, just release some tension. You may be holding tension from your day, your week, your month. You don't need to carry it anymore. Just release it out so it doesn't join you for this exercise. As you release it, bring your attention down to your feet. Are they in contact with the earth or the floor beneath you? As you breathe out, releasing your tension, Imagine that's now travelling down into the earth like roots, anchoring you and grounding you. And every time you breathe out, the roots travel deeper and deeper through layers of rock and sand and water and stones that have been laid down over centuries of the earth that we walk upon the surface of. But there's so much more beneath. Earth that our ancestors might have trodden, that holds stories and memories. And our roots can travel down and connect with all of those. And as you breathe in now, breathe in your connection with all of that. And breathe out, sending those roots down deeper still. And breathe in, renewing your connection with Mother Earth, your ancestors and their stories, and the earth that sustains us through all our life. Know that you're fully grounded now. When you feel ready to join me in a visualization through the warm waters of Pisces II. As you breathe, you begin to hear the sound of the sea, the flow of the ocean, as the waves roll in and out, synchronizing with your breathing. You feel the sound of the sea getting louder. You begin to smell the sea salt, and maybe you feel the breeze on your skin. You begin to see the moonlight glimmering on the surface. And maybe you feel a yearning rising in your chest, that something is calling you from out beyond the shore. You feel a trust rising in you, that you can step forward into the water, surrender, and allow the tide to carry you into the story of Pisces II. Allow yourself to float and drift along with the water, further and further carried along with the tide. And as you drift, you realize that you're approaching a figure who's rising up out of the water. There's a brightness, a golden aura. The surf is just flowing around him. He's holding a net. The figure is vast and radiant, and yet the net appears torn, full of holes. And you see the fish just slip away into the dark. You understand that you're meeting Jupiter, the Fisher King, and you sense his message for you. As you watch the fish moving away from the net, he reminds you that the sea always provides, even when your grasp cannot hold it all. He's telling you that the gift is not in the catch. His gift is in the knowing that more will always come. You want to reach out and touch the net, to help him, to mend it, to hold it tighter, to help keep what is slipping through. But you hear a warm, deep, booming laugh, and you understand why he's laughing. Your challenge is to release that hunger for certainty. You must learn to trust the unseen depths. He offers you this net, this strange net. How do you feel as you take it? It's not perfect, but maybe you feel calm. It's representing your faith, stronger than any one single knot. As you look at the net, you realize that Jupiter has left. The surf has settled, and the sea is calm again. The current continues to draw you, drifting further and further until you reach a coral cavern. And as your feet touch the sand within it, you meet Venus. Maybe you catch your breath at meeting such a lady. She holds out her hands to you, and between them rests the most beautiful, luminous pearl. Soft, but so bright and glowing, like a secret moon. She offers it to you and tells you to take this, that not everything must be earned with labour. Some treasures are given freely, if only you dare open your hands. Maybe you hesitate. Maybe there's a voice whispering inside you asking if you deserve this. But you do open your hand and take the pearl. And you feel the warmth that enters your hand first, travels up your arm and spills through you like honey. She smiles. This is my gift, to fill you with delight and remind you that beauty is yours to behold. But then her face turns serious. But there is also a challenge. Do not turn away in guilt. She asks you, do you refuse joy for fear you haven't earned it? The lesson she brings you is to believe in your own worthiness. As you look at the pearl growing brighter in your palm, how do her words sit with you? What memories are arising for you? When you look up, she's no longer there. The cavern is gone, and you're returning to the surface of the water. As you float once more on top of the waves, you enjoy the light of the moon, the weaver of tides, fast and silver, so beautiful, full and bright in the sky, but also the way that her light's reflecting off the water. You can feel the strength of her pulling the tides in an endless rhythm that you're also caught up in. You feel the waters swell and retreat at her every command. As you float, bathed in her light, you feel her voice resonating through your body. She's advising you, do not cling to what is full. Do not despair when it empties. The tide will always return. The gift I offer you is rhythm, the knowing and understanding that all things wax and wane in their time. Once more you watch the waters surge forward and then slip back, carrying you with them. As you surrender to drifting and floating with them, it is hard to release and to let the wave recede. You see the shore looking bare, abandoned, yet even as you wake, the tide swells once again, filling the sands once more. You watch this rhythm repeat over and over, and you begin to understand her words. Where might you have seen this in your own life? Where might these words help you? You feel her speak again, her words just resonating within your body. As she waited for you to understand, here lies your challenge, she whispers, to let go without fear, to endure the ebb without losing faith. My lesson is patience, to honour the cycle, not the single moment. Maybe now you understand this challenge. Her bright, reflective silver light is mingling with the glow of the pearl and the gold of the net. And you feel like you're surrounded in a halo of shifting light. It's going to take some time maybe to absorb everything you've learnt here, but you feel willing and ready to do this. You think maybe your journey is done, and you start looking at the shore. But you hear the surf rising behind you at the horizon. And Jupiter is back, larger than ever before, holding before him a chalice that brims with radiance. He tells you you are ready now for faith and joy and rhythm. He offers you the chalice and asks you to drink, and your heart begins to lift and swell with possibility. In the glow of all this light and warmth, you begin to glimpse far-off lands, shimmering futures, wonderful dreams and blessings yet unborn. This is his final gift to you, vision as expansive as the sea itself. But he cautions you that it carries a challenge, for great gifts demand stewardship. You must not hoard what you receive. The lesson is to share without losing yourself, to pour without emptying your soul. The light of the chalice pours through you. You feel like you've become one with the sea, vast, luminous, and deeply connected to the tide and its rhythms that carry you forward. Drift, surrender, and reflect on what you've experienced. And as you do, you keep breathing. Breathe in, accepting the gifts, challenges, and lessons that you've been offered. And breathe out, releasing any resistance that you may still feel. Breathe in, accepting the gifts, challenges, and lessons that you've received. And breathe out, releasing any resistance that you may still feel. Breathe in, accepting the gifts, challenges, and lessons that you've received. And breathe out, releasing any resistance that you may still feel. The tide is carrying you back to the shore now. You know it'll soon be time to return. You can almost see the sun beginning to rise on the horizon as light begins to break. You find your feet in the sand. You look at your hands and see that you're still carrying the torn but unbreakable net, symbolizing the Fisher King's faith. In that net is the pearl bearer's joy, also glowing in your heart. Your heart is beating to the weaver of tide's rhythm, pulsing like tides in your breath. And in your mind's eye, you hold Jupiter, the great benefactor's vision, your personal vision for your future, your hopes, wishes, and dreams. And you feel yourself return fully to your body as you step once more up onto the shore. The story lingers within you, a rhythm that stays within you with your breath and your heartbeat beneath your ribs. And you know that each of these gifts is yours. Each of these lessons is alive within you. And each of the challenges is a tide that you will meet again. And when you feel ready, you know that it's time to return to the room that you were in, to begin to hear the sounds that were around you, to connect again with your feet that are grounding you to the earth with the roots. So you stretch your legs, wiggle your toes, breaking that connection. And stretch out your arms, move your fingers. And if you closed your eyes, gently open them. I really hope you enjoyed that. Thank you.